I am 24 years old, but my accident happened when I was 22. I went to Florida because I figured it would be a great opportunity to work for such a great company, Disney World. When I was in Florida, I was with my friend and she was driving, and we pulled over. I don't really remember why we pulled over, but we pulled over on the side of the highway. And then, from what I've heard, another car came at us at 95 miles an hour. Not even stopping her, no idea what he was doing. The witness said that was watching the whole thing. And then they said and they just gave him a reckless driving ticket, not even anything, didn't test him if he was drunk or anything, so we don't really know, but he says that he was drinking.
We received the call, she was in the hospital around 2:30 in the morning. I was sleeping in Connecticut. I was in Connecticut. And my wife actually received the phone call. And the way it happened is the nun saw the person that's in the hospital. They told us she had a spinal cord injury, which was a complete injury, meaning the spinal cord was severed, it was cut. That means there's no communication between the brain and the rest of the body from shoulders down. She's completely paralyzed, she's got no control of anything. At the beginning you don't understand because there's so much commotion going on.
What my memory from beginning was, I woke up and I was just in the hospital, not really knowing what was going on. I was just, I got into a car accident. Okay, that's it. I didn't think of it was gonna be for life or anything. And then I was like, I'm going to rehab after, then I'll get better. And then I go to rehab and I'm like, he might not get better.
It's like you have to learn, what do you do? How do you deal with this? So they trained my wife how to take care of her. And she stayed there for 2 years. She just went back to work just last week. 2 years taking care of her. And then we stayed there in Shepherd Center for 13 weeks. After that, they have outpour support. It's amazing. It helps you. People all over the world, all over the country. This operates this chair for a sip and puff. You sip and you puff and you make it go anyway. There's a training, they train that in Shepherd Center how to utilize the chair, because she can't maneuver with her hand because she's got no movement. So she uses everything with her sip and puff, and her control is in the little thing in her head. She makes it shift for different directions, different stages of gears. Thank you. And that's how she functions every day. And it's her phone, she communicates with her phone, talks to it, and she's adapted. But it's frustrating. If I got duct taped to a chair for 24 hours, 7 days a week without moving, frustrating. I don't know how she does it. She's stronger than I am. Now when I talk about it, I cry. She doesn't cry because she's like, this is where my life is now.
I want to say I was always strong. I was always tried not to let my emotions take over, but they do a lot. But I try not to show them as much as I should. But there's a lot of days, majority of the time, I'm crying. I love the support. It's very, very helpful for me. There's people all over that I don't even know reaching out to me, asking me how I'm doing, always checking up on me. They'll write like little posts. Still, even two years later, they're still sending me things. And I love the cards that when people send me, it just makes me feel, people are thinking about me.
2 years it's a short amount of time after you live 21 years, being able to jump and scream and go to the gym and hang out with your friends and go here, work. All of a sudden you can't do that anymore. But I think she's learning to cope with it. She's learning to deal with it. And she's finding that, she could do other things, with the help, with the assistance of people, obviously. My family is very unique in the sense that we have support each other within my daughters, her sisters. So I think that is the richest part that we could have. If you embrace faith, it just makes things so much easier. You have to have the love of Jesus. That's my personal belief. I'm not telling everybody the same thing, but I do believe that does make you feel better. And being positive. You have to think positive in life. There's a lot of negativity, but you can't let that affect you personally, because everyone has a problem, and I think that if more people find their solutions to their problems without overreacting and just sit back and think about it, how can I solve my dilemma of today? Anything could be physical, mental, it could be financial. Just think about it and take small steps. And like she takes small steps every day, I take small steps every day, my wife takes small steps every day to heal us. We don't have our life anymore. Our life that we were planned to have before the injury, but I'm not mad at the guy who hit her. I can't. I'm not judge. I'm not a jury. I'm not God. I'm not Jesus. I'm just a human being that this happened to my daughter. I cannot be resentful. I cannot hate people. I'm not going to hold grudge on the guy. Yeah, he walks away without a scratch, and he walks away without any major lawsuit or any major criminal charges or anything. He just walks away and lives his life. But I believe that his day will come someday. It could be maybe never come, but he's got to live his life. I got to live mine, and we have to come together as a family and stay together as a family and grow from that. And I think with her strength, even though she might not understand it, her everyday life and her dealing with every day, it gives her strength to keep on going.